Late light bleeds through thin white curtains. Cold hands trace glass, chasing fading light. Quiet rooms hold our old soft laughter. Now each wall hums with unshared words. You stare through steam, eyes lost in night rain. I wait for sound, my trembling breath stalls. I was ready to stay. You needed sky, photographs shaking in my tired hands. Empty doorways frame your almost shadow. If I had spoken, would you stay? I was ready to stay. You needed sky. You said you need space, voice so small. Each word pulled threads from our days. Freedom for you meant no set lines. Mine meant roots, your suitcase by them. You pull your hand back, soft but certain. I feel our plans fall through the floor. I was ready to stay. You needed sky. City lights flicker on cracked window glass. Two quiet hearts drift towards split roads. I waited, you did not come back. I was ready to stay. You needed sky. We talk all night, our voices careful. Silence between us grows more true. Love is not a cage, you whispered. Bullet, I was ground, you were the sky, babe. My fault was hope held far too tightly. Too late to learn how to let go. You pack slow like you've left before. No anger, just night rain in your eyes. The door clicks shut, the world exhales. I sit with ghosts in your old chair. I was ready to stay. You needed sky. Morning finds me pressed to the cold glass. Unreturned calls hang heavy in the air. If I had spoken, held you longer, maybe your wings would still brush mine. I was ready to stay. You needed sky. I watch the fading light and finally let you go. Night rain crawls down the cafe glass. Empty seat waits where you once were. Street lamps paint your ghost in gold. My cold hands fold around weak coffee. I hear our late words in the quiet air. Every soft laugh echoes like it's leaving. I'd have held you longer if I had spoken that night, when trembling breath knew the truth. But I let the silence choose us. I would have held you longer. Said you just need room, a wide sky no one could claim. I nodded like I understood. My heart still tried to build home. You searched past me for some far horizon. I saw myself fade in your bright distance. I would have held you longer if I had asked you to stay. My throat burned with words unspoken, but freedom was all you could say. I would have held you longer. We sat there, two strangers with history. Your eyes said go, my hand stayed still. Some loves aren't meant to stay. That line carved itself into my chest. I walked through empty doorways, unreturned calls. My fault was thinking quiet and strong. Now dawn leaves pale across my room. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. I waited, you didn't come back. I bless your road, curse my late courage. I would have held you longer if I had broken my calm, if I had cried, begged, shattered. But I set you free, broke alone. I carry love like a hidden scar. I would have held you longer. Fading light, I let your name drift free.
Fading light on the old porch swing. Cold hands wrapped round cold coffee. Quiet street hums like a soft light. Our house waits, walls holding breath. I hear your voice in the still hallway.
saying you just needed a little freedom. You love me just enough to walk away. Night rain pools in the empty doorway. My trembling breath fogs the silent glass, photographs shaking in my tired hands. You love me just enough to walk away. Your eyes once held a restless sky. You watched the clock, I watched you. I waited, you didn't come back. My fault sits heavy in this room. I taste those words in the dim kitchen, saying you still care, you had to leave. You love me just enough to walk away. Your half-cold tea waits on the counter. Quiet rooms echo with what we hid. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? You love me just enough to walk away. You packed in slow light, no raised voice, only soft zips that drag of fabric. Love is not a cage, you whispered. Love is not a promise, it's a path. I would have held you longer at the door, but my fear chose silence over truth. Now I fold our days like old letters, each crease a row where we split. I see your shadow in fading light, two souls pulling toward different skies. You love me just enough to walk away. Falling night wraps round this quiet porch. Unreturned calls ring in my chest, too late to fix the words I buried. I would have held you longer, begged you stay. You love me just enough to walk away. One day I'll tell this story without shaking. Night rain blurs a glass beside me. Dim light holds your ghost in place. Cold hands wrap round this fading cup. Our last walk goes through empty streets. You said you loved me yet needed space. Your eyes were not roads I couldn't follow. I waited to build a home. You needed to chase the sky. Unreturned calls hang like low gray clouds. Quiet rooms echo with what we hid. I waited to build a home. Your words slipped through like trembling breath. Each visit felt like one more rehearsal. You stood half turned in the doorway. My fault. I tried to root you. You love me yet still reach for distance. Your gaze held storms I could not calm. I waited to build a home. You needed to chase the sky. Photographs shaking in this fading light. Too late to hold your drifting hands. I waited to build a home. The door clicked shut, the world stopped breathing. No fight, just soft threads coming loose. Love is not a cage, you whispered. I held that truth like broken glass. I would have held you longer, stay still, if I had spoken less of forever. Now I walk your streets without you. Empty doorways frame our missing steps. Your freedom burns like a far-off star. My heart learns slow how to be alone. I waited to build a home. You needed to chase the sky. Night rain hides the tracks of your leaving. My fault lives quiet without your name. I would have held you lighter this time. I waited to build a home. In the quiet after you, I walk on softly. Night rain dries on a rooftop stone. City lights blur like old thoughts. Cold hands tucked in my coat. Your name hangs low in smoke. I waited while the sky turned fading light. Needed more space than my arms. I was ready to build a life. You were still chasing the far horizon. Empty doorways echo with your soft plea. My trembling breath could not hold you. I was ready to build a life. Your eyes search mine for a way to leave without breaking my chest. We sat close yet miles apart. Our small world shook on thin wire. I waited while your voice drew that line. You needed more sky than my heart. I was ready to build a life. You were still chasing the far horizon. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. I almost begged you to stay. I was ready to build a life. Silence lay heavy between our shoulders. Your fingers slipped just past my reach. Love is not a cage, you whispered. I learned some roads must divide. The city breathed, it did not care. I watched the thread snap in still air. That same high ledge. Quiet rooms wait like they expect you. Unreturned calls sit cold in my palm. My fault was thinking love could fix distance. I was ready to build a life, but you were already walking away. Night rain has a salt on my face. If I had spoken, would you stay? You wanted the horizon, I wanted home. I was ready to build a life. I let you go, kept our unfinished nights. Night rain blurs the glass outside. Cold hands wrap around this cup. Your laugh haunts this quiet room. Photographs shaking in my mind. You said your heart needs more space. I watched our fading light slip away. I waited, you didn't come back. Your chair still leans toward my side. Trembling breath counts each unreturned call. If I had spoken, would you stay? I waited, you didn't come back. swirl slow like a storm. Your words hang heavy in air. You were never made for war. My fault, I called it home. You said your heart needs another sky. I watched our fading light drift away. I waited, you didn't come back. Streetlights drown in the night rain. Empty doorways glow, then go dark. If I had spoken, held you longer, I waited, you didn't come back. You whispered this isn't lack of love. You needed roads I could not follow. Some hearts break by walking away. Mine broke by sitting still here. Silence grew where our plans lived. Too late to learn how to lose. Door closed soft, the world collapsed inward. The quiet hurt more than any fight. Our future cracked like a dropped frame. I taste dust where your name was. I waited, you didn't come back. Hands folded tight on an empty table. Every slow breath a small goodbye. If I had spoken, I'd have held you longer. Now I walk alone through quiet rooms. I waited, you didn't come back. I step into night rain, softer yet colder. Night rain slides down the thin glass. Cold hands wrap round the dead cup. Streetlight paints long ghosts on walls. Your last words hung in the dark. You said you needed air and sky. My trembling breath broke on that line. I loved you enough to let you run. Watched our fading light slip from reach. Empty doorways wait where we once stood. If I had spoken, would you stay? I loved you enough to let you run. We chased fire roads and soft horizons, laughed while night wind stole our name. You called freedom some wild called it home with you near. You needed wings, I only had rules. My quiet mouth turned your key loose. I loved you enough to let you run. Photographs shaking in my cold hands. Unreturned calls ring through quiet rooms. I would have held you longer, I swear. I loved you enough to let you run. Maple and Third, the shop was closed. Faded chalk letters blurred by night rain. The door locked like the life we planned. No rage, just distance growing slow. I love sometimes leaves without a fight. I watched our tide crawl back from shore. Now silence hums where your voice lives. I waited, you didn't come back. My fault sits heavy in this room. Too late to learn how to bend. I loved you enough to let you run. Fading light leaks through this small window. Every missed word hangs like thick smoke. If I had spoken, if I had tried, my trembling breath still calls your name. I loved you enough to let you run. I release you to the dark and stay. Night rain dries on the fire escape. Fading light on these rusted rails. Cold hands trace each cracked line slow. Your name hangs where smoke should be. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? Or was your heart already down the road? I was ready to stay. You had to fly. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. Quiet rooms hold your soft last words. Love lay still while our roads split. I was ready to stay. You had to fly. You said you needed time and space. Your eyes on some far bright shore. My chest held keys, not wings. I waited, you did not turn. If I had begged you, held you longer, would your wild heart still break free? I was ready to stay. You had to fly. Empty doorways breathe your leaving shape. Night rain taps where your laugh once lived. My fault sits where my voice breath drew maps of distance. You said love is not a cage. I watched stars burn in your wet eyes. Too late, I saw our sky divide. I let your hand fall from mine. Now dawns arrive like half-told truths. Unreturned calls fade into soft dust. I walk past strangers with your face. Each step learns how to miss you. I was ready to stay. You had to fly. Faded light slips through our old room. Quiet rooms teach me gentle goodbyes. I hold your freedom like a scar. Love was enough, just not our way. I was ready to stay. You had to fly. I live beneath your sky, small and still.
Night air on this empty rooftop. City halos blurring, fading light. Cold hands rest on my knees. Your last words circle, tremble in breath. You said you loved me but needed room. I heard a soft door close inside. I loved you enough to let you fly. Watched your dreams pack their quiet bags. Unreturned calls hang like night rain. My fall lives where I stayed still. I loved you enough to let you fly. I walked past our old front door. Coffee on Fifth, your ghost waves. Photograph shaking in my mind. That river bench holds your outline. You said you loved me but needed sky. I felt the ground fall out beneath. I loved you enough to let you fly. Tail lights melting into dark white roads. I waited, you didn't come back. If I had spoken, would you stay? I loved you enough to let you fly. We met once more under weak streetlight. Your eyes held storms and leaving. I'm ready to stay, my voice cracked. You whispered you must find yourself first. Love is not always holding tight. The truth cut deeper than goodbye. Now quiet rooms hold our lost years. I trace your name on cold glass. Too late to change changed the breaking. I would have held you longer, softer. I loved you enough to let you fly. Now I stand still while you become. Night rain writes your name on stone. My heart waits in some other life. I lose us both each time I remember. I loved you enough to let you fly. The horizon and finally let you go.
Night rain blurs the glass tonight. Your small bag waits by the door. Cold hands trace the couch seam. Fading light stains your leaving face. You say you need more sky than walls. Your trembling breath turns warm truth colder. I would have held you longer if I had spoken that night. Empty doorways echo all our missed words. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. I would have held you longer. You watched the clouds, I watched you. Two paths drawn through the same mist. I waited for roots, you chose roads. My fault, I read your eyes later. You said your soul was a restless wind. I let the words fall between us. I would have held you longer if I had asked you to stay. Our long drives fade in the night rain. Unreturned calls haunt these quiet rooms. I would have held you longer. You said I must find myself first. Silence rose higher than any plea. Love is not a cage, you whispered. Bet I was ready to build a forever, but you were still learning to fly. So I broke my heart to open Now days drift past in muted light. Your ghost pours the morning coffee. I talk to the space on the couch. I practice the words I never said. I would have held you longer if I had broken my careful calm. If I had
closed on our forever, I would have held you longer. I keep your freedom here, where my heart used to be. Cold hands rest on worn out knees. Amber street lamp stains the night thin. Quiet city holds its trembling breath. I trace lost maps on my jeans. If I had spoken when your voice shook, would you have stayed inside our shadows? I would have held you longer, while fading light crossed your tired face. Photographs shaking in my small hands. You said you needed more sky. I would have held you longer. Empty doorways frame your leaving shape. Night rain blurs the glass between worlds. You laugh with friends I do not know. You look so free, I come undone. If I had spoken when doubt surfaced, would you have stayed and claimed this life? I would have held you longer. As our plans fell quiet on the floor, unreturned calls ringing through quiet rooms. You chose the road without my name. I would have held you longer. Your last words echo soft and slow. I need myself before I find us. The flame still burns, the air is colder. Older love is not enough when timing breaks fail. I waited for us to grow roots, but you needed to fly from me. Now days fold over like thin pages. Your ghost sits here on this bench. My fall lives in every missed word. I love you still, I let you go. I would have held you longer, while our shared dawn slipped out of reach. If I had spoken, if I had begged, maybe your heart would have stayed near. But some hearts need distance more than arms. I would have held you longer. I breathe in night rain and finally release you.
Night rain slides down the glass. Cold hands on this old frame.
Quieter room, no late street noise. Your side of the bed stays smooth. I waited by that empty doorway, trembling breath held, words stuck behind my teeth, afraid of goodbye. I was ready, you were still running, fading light on our half-packed floor, photographs shaking in my small hands. My fault for calling silence a promise. I was ready, you were still running. You said you need more space, softer than a cut, still deep. Your eyes far past my shoulder, a smile like I could wait. I reached for you in quiet room, stay still. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? I was ready, you were still running. Night rain hid your unreturned calls. I trace your name on fog glass. Too late to learn how to loosen. I was ready, you were still running. You were all open roads and sky. I was small streets and Sunday light. I held you too tight to keep you out. I whisper that truth to the walls. You didn't come back, stopped asking why. I would have held you longer, not closer. Now the bed is wide and calm. Your ghost walks past the window. I breathe slow in despair. Love stays but you move on. I was ready, you were still running. I saw a home, you saw a cage. My fault, I mistook roots for chains. Fading light blesses where you might be. I wait less but I still remember. I was ready, you were still running. In this quiet, I let your footstep fade. Night rain crawls down the cafe glass. Cold hands wrapped round a cooling cup. Empty doorway where your shadow fades. I saved a seat you never claimed. I traced out life in quiet mornings. Imagine you slipped through every line I tried drawing. I was ready to stay. You were ready to fly. Photographs shaking in my tired hands.
trembling breath could not hold you. I was ready to stay. You were ready to fly. You said you needed freedom, not space. Your restless eyes like a burning street. Each touch felt stolen from some cloud. I held your hand like fragile glass. I begged the night to slow your leaving. You walked through mist, my words fell empty. I was ready to stay. You were ready to fly. Street lamp flicker on your last soft smile. My fault, I thought hope could bind it. Under that glow, you stepped backward. I was ready to stay. You were ready to fly. Days turned to weeks in quiet rooms. Unreturned calls hung heavy in dust. I was ready to stay. You were ready to fly. I whisper it now like a worn prayer. If I had spoken my deepest fear, would I have held you any longer? I passed that cafe the window remembers. Your ghost sits across, eyes on the door. I waited there long after you left. Losing you, I lost my plan tomorrow. I was ready to stay. You were ready to fly. Night rain blurs the lives we never touched. The love remains, it just changed shape. I breathe alone, each breath still says your name. I let you go, still blame slow timing. I was ready to stay. You were ready to fly. The city moves, and I learned to follow slowly. Night rain on the cafe glass. Your cold hands near my cup. You watch the fading light outside. My trembling breath stayed hidden still. If I had spoken braver words tonight, would your eyes have turned back home? I would have held you longer while the rain drew our names down in that quiet room of unreturned calls, where photographs shaking still look warm. I would have held you longer.
soft voice as if not to break. I nodded like I understood. My fall lived behind my teeth.
If I had asked what freedom meant, would your heart have reached for mine? I would have held you longer as our paths slipped loose in silence. Empty doorways formed inside your eyes. Too late to mend the fraying thread. I would have held you longer. You touched my hand and slipped away. Each slow step pulled one more thread. The streetlights blurred with night rain. Love lets go before it turns cruel. I watched your coat fade into gray. You needed the space to find yourself. Now I sit in new quiet rooms. City noise hums through thin walls. I wait for a life without you. Still walk with the ghost of your choice. I would have held you longer, though you were never truly mine. I waited, you didn't come back. My fault was loving you so gently. If I had spoken, if I had stayed, I would have held you longer. I walk on, but your fading light stays. Night rain blurs the neon signs. Cold coffee shakes in my hand. Your empty chair faces my ghost. Quiet room holds our fading light. You said you needed a little more freedom. I heard you say I was not enough. I loved you enough to let you fly. Watched your cold hands leave my reach. Photographs shaking in this dim room. My trembling breath counts each soft step. I loved you enough to let you fly. Back slow like each touch burn. Suitcase side while your eyes look past. No fight, just glass words between us.
waited, you did not turn. You said you needed your own white sky. I saw my fault in your quiet smile. I loved you enough to let you fly. Doorway framed you in that hallway light. Love stayed, but the road split open. I stood still while your world moved. I loved you enough to let you fly. If I had spoken, would you stay? Or break fast or sharp and loud? Some hearts are homes, not cages. Your shadow slipped down the stairwell. My chest learned the weight of absence. I loved you more than my fear. Now night rain hums in quiet loops. Unreturned calls die before they start. I hold the space where your laugh lived. Too late to ask you to stay. I loved you enough to let you fly. City lights blur like your last glance. My fault hangs soft in this still room. Love did not end, it changed names. I walk alone through our empty doorway. I loved you enough to let you fly. In this quiet I practice losing you gently.